And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Factorio in our Extreme Production series. Okay, again, we're going to use the sweet blueprint that I have for these. This is such a useful blueprint. I've used this now a couple times. So one of these is going to be nickel, and one of these is going to be titanium. And then the output is going to come down like this. Okay, so I'm going to put this up here for the blueprint. Okay, so got all of those covered. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I guess I can see 20. Good. So that's an even 40. That's an even 40 of these babies, which I think is going to be plenty. So let's get the other warehouse that we've got. Now, it might not be enough, but for now, I think it's going to be fine. Okay, so let's get power squared away. And then on the other side, pretty straightforward. Even them up. You can't run and click this time, fortunately. Okay, so let's get some nickel actually being used for something. We're just loading up a bunch of it. I mean, we're almost full. This thing's tons of nickel already. Oh yeah, we need to set the recipes on these. I forgot they're not just a bland furnace. So Nitinol plate. There we go. Now we need some titanium. Let's bring that line down. Like I said, we're going to use so much titanium. So I kind of want to give ourselves a little space here. We go under right here. I want to go over, make sure we have plenty of space. Like so. And there we have Nitinol being made. It's glorious. And it's quite a long craft, so it shouldn't completely devastate that line. It should have plenty in the system. And we should still see a net gain here. Might not be as fast as a gain as it used to be, but we should have a net gain. Now, as far as the bus goes, I want to bring titanium down. I need to bring titanium. A lot of titanium. Oh, so much. Or I could just use bots. And I've been resisting just spamming bots and stuff all over. Really? Where are my poles? There we go. Okay, so we've got titanium. Make sure this is still net positive. Indeed. is quite a lot of nitinol already. Because if we want to progress into the next levels of belt, which I'd love to do, here we need titanium. And then the next level we need nitinol. So we're ready for titanium. Although look at the number of gears. I mean, that's a lot of titanium just for one belt. It's an excessive amount of titanium just for one belt. But they're super sweet belts, extremely fast. So it looks like our calcium chloride is doing just fine. Carbon, looks like carbon is doing okay. And rutile, the ore, is also doing okay. Yeah, these are slowly filling up. The ones on the edge won't, but the ones inside, you know, that just tells me that we have a net positive of all that. Okay, so if we're gonna want titanium on the bus, what's directly below us? See, we're gonna need it. We're gonna need it over here a little ways. So right up. If we sneak in and go right in between the nitinol, or it goes straight down and then over, we would avoid. We would leave all this space for more alloys, because we're gonna need more alloys eventually. Not in huge quantities, but we're gonna need them. So if we come straight down from here, yeah, I kind of want to skirt the side of research just to give ourselves the absolute maximum amount of space for alloys. Okay, logistics finished. Let's hammer out the purple belts, which is all nitinol. I need to upgrade all those underground belts too. Okay, so where do we want to put these on the bus? Well, we're gonna need titanium down here and gears. I'm thinking about doing gears and bearings up where we smelt and then bringing them down, because bearings especially use more titanium. If we look at the, yeah, see, and bearings use lubricant, as well as nitinol bearings use lubricant too, and ceramic bearings use it too, although we're not doing ceramic quite yet. So you can see this uses about 2.3 titanium per bearing, and luckily the gears only use 1. So if we look at Bob's, so that's just gears and bearings, so they don't need titanium plates. So I'm thinking we're just gonna pull this right over to here, and then figure out a place for these on the bus. So if we pull this, I'm thinking right down here. Oh, right there. And then swing this in. Do I want it there or down here? I want to put gears and bearings bus as well, because we use so many of these that I think it's wise to put them on the bus. Okay, so we're gonna stretch this out like that. And then the gears and bearings can come in here and be used. Now the Nitinol stuff, that's a whole other monster. I need a bunch more belt. And I need some more underground belt. So how many crafters? We have quite a few crafters. You can see how much material you use. Why was there silicon carbide down here? Oh, I bet you I picked up a bot. Yep. Picked up a bot. So silicon carbide can go away. That is a lot of belt. Okay, so we're going to come up here. Oh. That is a massive amount of belt. Okay, so we're going to dead end these right there. And then we're going to have some crafters out here. So we're going to have, let's see, I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then these are going to be titanium gears. Pretty straightforward craft. Oh, I put these one too far. So these are going to be gears. And then we're going to have this output here. And let's sneak it right in on this one. All right, so we're gonna want, I need some fast inserters. Because these craft pretty fast, so I'm not too worried about that. But we also want them to put on the same, or on both sides of the belt, so we're gonna hit Shift E here, change our offset on a few of these. If we need one more, I can put one more in. But for now, that is how it's got to be. Okay, so now we need power to this whole system. Oh, we are one away from being able to power the whole thing. Okay, so there are the gears. And I want to race down there. I want to put a chest down here. Right on the bus, pretty much the same as all of our other chests, as a sort of buffer for all of our materials. So like right in here, I want 3. So there is some titanium close by. So the bots, if we do bot something, it's just, you know, this is the main storage, and then this is the logistic storage. So there is some systems in place there to help with that. And gears are on their way. Now, we don't have nearly as much gear production as we need, but that's okay. I'm not concerned with it. Too much. We don't need too much. All right, moving up. Well, now we need to think about the lovely world of the bearings. Not simple, because the bearings, the first of all, the bearing balls need titanium, and then the bearing itself needs some titanium. So if we want to bring out right here, so let's plan for this like this. So if you look, we're making 12 bearing balls at a time every half a second, and we actually need 16 every half a second. So it's tough. It's a tough ratio. Is this the right way to do it? I want to think about this. So if these are all bearing balls, I might have to move this out a ways. Okay, so let's try to just pack these in here. That's 5. That's an even 6. So these are the bearing balls. And these are the bearings themselves. And of course, they require lube. So let's try to get some lube going here. Okay, so I need one of these here. This is going to be fluids, empty lubricant barrel, and I need a requester, provider, and I want like 80 of those. Now for the titanium itself, I think I'm gonna have it come in right here and back here. There's one there. And then we're gonna have titanium rolling in like crazy. So here. Like this, and then the output I'm going to put in the middles. And then that will come out like this. And then these all need to grab from 2 away. And then I need to, every other one of these, I need to offset in the middle. Like so. Okay, so we've got lubricant in the system. Everything is ready for power. Let's bring some power into the system here. And right there. Actually, we could go up one more. Okay, so we're already run for the bearings. And this produces 2 bearings at a time, so it's not too bad. It's still a lot of bearings though. It's a crazy amount of bearings. And we're gonna need stacks and eventually express stacks in here now that I think about it. Oop. And let's get rid of those. There we go. Now we got a good supply of bearings coming down. So there's titanium, there's bearings, and titanium gears. So that is pretty much it there. Now I'm assuming this is going to be a net loss at this point. Indeed. Oh, maybe. Maybe even a slight gain. That's pretty crazy. Looks like one is completely filled. So I think it would behoove us to do a balancer there. Same sort of thing here. Oh, looks like the gear's filled up down below. That's a good sign. All right, let's make it down the ways. And logistics 5 finished, which is nice. All right, look at that. We have gears, and now we've got bearings coming in. Beautiful. So we're going to put those to use right away. So this is, let's see, let's get our layout here. So this is the green, this is green, and this is green. Oh, look at the gear cost. Ouch. And then this is the purple splitter, I think. Purple belt and then purple underground. Look at the distance on that. Maximum length 50. Beautiful. Make sure I got that right. So this all is going to obviously get immediately converted. So we want just like 2 stacks of that, like 1 row of that, and just 1 stack of these. Just because reasons. Okay, so we're also going to want, we're going to take this away. We're going to take this away. Because all of these are now going to be basically requested. All my blues are going to be requested down here. And then these are going to be wired to only move. Okay, we need another set down here. So this set down here, which moves these down, is gonna be contingent. I'm gonna move these up just because. Okay, that one not so much. I think we're gonna have to redo that around like that, so I can place this and this. So these are going to request the blues, so when I start upgrading them, we'll be able to fill them in. I need a few I need a few that I can route the proper gears and stuff in, because all those are going to have to come in here. So I'm going to need to bring these in kind of a sneaky way here. So these are going to have to come in sideways. Okay, so these are going to be wired up. These ones are going to be wired up to the chests. And then we're going to need, this is the splitters. So equals 0 blue splitter. Blue splitter equals 0. And then we're going to paste this. And instead of blue splitter, this is going to be blue belt. And instead of blue splitter, this is going to be blue underground belt. So now, instead of this one here, this is going to request blue undergrounds. This is going to request blue belt. And this is going to request blue splitters. So moved all those. See, now this one is turned off because it's empty. So let's set these up like that. Let's drop these in. Ooh, that's not blue splitters, that's blue underground, please. Why is that blue splitter? This needs to be blue belt. Ah, it's because I copied and pasted it again. I know why. Yep. That was a derp. Should have set those beforehand. Okay, so all of these are ready to go. And then the rest of it we'll have to do next episode. So I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.